need for your ship can be a little difficult.
Absolutely. That's why things like, especially in this time in era where parts are scarce, battlefield salvage is an important part of the game. And that also gets into, like when you take out an enemy, try to leave the parts you want.
Yeah, you want to hit them just hard enough to take them down. There's Lady Kamea Arano there, and she's going to be the person you work for during the campaign. But of course, when the campaign ends, the single-player story ends, you can still play the open-ended campaign, traveling around doing whatever you want. And there are the battle mechs.
Yes, now we're going to get a chance to look at the combat itself. You're coming down from the Argo, you're descending into battle. Walk me through what we're seeing.
By all means. So Battletech full 3D environment, and like a modern tactical game, the environment counts, right? Line of sight, sensors, cover. Even though you're, friggin' 30-foot tall, covered in armor, hiding in a forest still helps. It soaks off damage. And so all of those are kind of core components of any modern game, and especially facing, which is really important in this game.
Facing really matters in Battletech. Battle mechs aren't giant bags of hit points. Instead, they have 11 different armor locations. There's internal structure. They have the internal components, these critical slots filled with all sorts of important pieces. So what you're trying to do is strip off the armor from one location and then keep your facing to try and penetrate it, get to the juicy bits.
Yeah, I see this diagram at the top. It's reminiscent of the original tabletop game, which I actually played as a kid. And
As a kid, huh? Thanks, pal.
I understand the same sort of idea where damaging the arm disables that weapon, but the mech can keep going.
And you keep going at it, you blow that arm off, and they lose those weapons.
And the back is really juicy and tasty, too. You get around the back of a battle mech and penetrate. I said that out. We're live, right? Okay.
We'll allow it. We'll allow
there you go. What you just saw there is melee. One of the things we're really excited about. Mechs were not only weapon systems; they're giant, armored suits, and so going up and being able to slug and kick and just even put a foot through a cockpit or death from above, jump up and slam down on mechs. All that stuff is supported in this game. And
you really want to manage your heat too. You're walking. These mechs. The pilots are sitting on a giant nuclear reactor, basically, and so you really want to watch your heat. How much
like this guy here is
your different weapons do, because if you shut down in combat, you are quite vulnerable.
It's been really fascinating to watch a lot of the streams because I know you guys just went into beta. Where can the people here go to sign up to play?
Why, Sean, they can go to battletechgame.com. That's battletechgame.com. Come find us on battletechgame.com.
And if you're interested in a used mech, this is the guy to talk to.
That's right.
Now I'd like to state again, battletechgame.com. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Jordan, Mitch, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Cheers. Now, our very next game you may recognize from PC Games past. To talk about it, we got Sonia in the mezzanine.
Thank you, Sean. Our next game is to come to us from our friends at Tales World Entertainment, and they have been working on an awesome open-ended action medieval RPG game, so I don't want to waste any more time. Let's just get right into it. We're going to check out the trailer for Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord.
always a pleasure to have Mountain Blade 2 here at the PC Gaming Show. Now, I know we've just gotten started, and we've seen XCOM and Ooblets and Battletech. We would love to hear your thoughts. Use hashtag PC Gaming Show. Let us know what you think. We'll even put some of the tweets up here live. Not all of the tweets, because that would be a disaster. Some of you on Twitter really need to pull it together. But either way, we'd be thrilled to hear your thoughts. And coming up next, we have the sequel to Total War Warhammer 1. It's Total War Warhammer 2. I'm joined by Al Bickham from Creative Assembly.
How you doing?
How's it going, Al?
Yeah, really good. Good to be here.
So tell me, what is it that's been going on since your announcement a few months ago?
Quite a lot, really. I mean, this is we're working on the second game in our trilogy. It's going to be every bit as big as the first game, but we're layering on. We're sort of doubling down on all the stuff that made the first game so fun, which is real diversification between the factions and a whole range of new kind of gameplay extras in the campaign game as well. So 4 new factions set across 4 new continents.
There's 4 new factions, is there?
Yep, 4 new factions, yep.
I thought there were 2 big ones we were talking about.
No, well, we're focusing on the High Elves and the Lizard Men at the moment.
Yeah.
But there's the Dark Elves as well, and another 4th race, which we have yet to announce.
Oh, you tease.
I know, terrible, isn't it?
Well, Al, talk to us a little bit about the High Elves and the Lizard Men.
Right, so they're both essentially working towards the same goal in the campaign game, which is to heal the Great Vortex, which is a sort of unique feature of the campaign map, which ties the whole narrative of the game together.
Right.
But even those in the Warhammer world with the same aims will inevitably come to blows at some point. So that's what we'll be showing today.
And we're going to be looking at what is called a quest battle between the High Elves and the Lizard Men. Walk us through a little bit of what we're about to see.
Okay, so this is we're about to show some footage from a quest battle for Krokgar, who's one of the legendary lords for the Lizard Men, and this is one of his quest battles, and it's the battle for the Fallen Gates. So you'll see the massed Lizard Man forces trying to oust the High Elves as they try and they're sort of meddling in an ancient power site of the Lizard Men.
Well, I'm very excited to take a look. It's going to be some in-game footage from the Battle of the Fallen Gates. September 28th, Al. That is the first time I think we've got the chance to see that official release date.
Yep, we're announcing that today. We're officially out on the 28th of September. So we're available for pre-orders now. We've got an early adopter bonus, which is a really significant sort of bunch of new content for Warhammer 1. It's a new awesome race pack, in fact. So yeah, we're out this year.
Well, I want to take a step back, and I want to have you talk a little bit about what it was that we just saw in the Battle of the Fallen Gates.
Right, so as I mentioned, this is a quest battle, and this is the Lizard Men versus the High Elves.
Right.
And this is what we've got playable here at E3 this week. So you'll be able to take control of the Lizard Men in that battle and experience that immense diversity and all the crazy stuff that's going on in their army, because they're essentially an army of ancient spacefaring dinosaurs. And they, small dinosaurs that ride big dinosaurs with Aztec space lasers, and it's playing with Warhammer.
It's just dinosaurs all the way down,
all the way up and all the way down. Yeah. So and Warhammer gives us these toys to play with to make the game with. It's awesome.
Well, backing out of the battle, I know that the campaign map in Total War Warhammer was a big hit. What's going on with the campaign level in Warhammer 2? So in Warhammer 2, we've got a ton of new campaign features which lead you to kind of explore and discover and gain new abilities and that kind of stuff. And it's all based around a sort of overarching narrative, so all the races are in tension right until the end. But we're also, shortly after launch, we're also releasing a free update for the game,
which will bring the combined campaign map into play, which is the landmass from Warhammer 1 and Warhammer 2 together in a gigantic campaign map where you can play any of the races that you own from both games, yeah.
Well, I understand you have presence here at E3, not just in this show, but also on the floor. What are players going to get the chance to play there?
Yep, so they can play the Battle of the Fallen Gates. We've got 2 difficulty modes, so a kind of starter difficulty mode and a veterans difficulty mode. And they'll also get to see, we're also rolling, when you play it, you'll see the actual campaign map as well. We've put a video together that details loads of the new features in the campaign map, so you can actually see that in action as well. So if you get a chance, go play. It's really good fun.
Well, Al, I want to thank you for coming out and talking to us today about
pleasure.
Total War Warhammer 2. Once again, feel free to check it out on the E3 floor, or if you're at home, there'll be tons of footage and updates about the Battle of the Fallen Gates. Now, our next game is in the card game genre, a genre where no matter how hard I try, I wind up playing bad decks and having fun. Here to talk about the upcoming expansion for Shadowverse is Kriparian.
Hey guys, how's it going? Kriparian here. Today I want to talk to you guys about Shadowverse. Shadowverse is one of the best card games out there because it basically just does everything right. Every time I log into Shadowverse, I have an amazing experience. I can play whatever deck type, whatever deck, whatever cards, anything I want to do. And of course, every time there's new cards added to the game, this whole thing gets forwarded and really the game gets so much richer. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the worldwide debut of the Wonderland Dreams trailer.
I have a book for thee, like no other. Each page a window to a long-lost land, where fairy tales dovetail with myths, and wishes give birth to legends grand. Knights and dragons, or wistful love. Within this book, all ambitions bloom. But be warned, my fickle friend. A dark abyss awaits us all. For blood-pricked roses wishes be. But fear not to bite life's fruit, for in this land, courage is key. With bated breath, the door sweeps open, glory-bound or purged in flame. The hand you choose defines your fate. So I ask you, is this really just a game?
Thank you, Games, and thank you, Krip. As you know, technology is an extremely important component to games, especially with the ever-increasing power of hardware and with new demands coming from VR. Here to talk a little bit about tech in games is the leader of the software development group at Intel. It's Doug Fisher. Doug, come on out.
How you doing, Sean?
Hey, thanks for joining us, Doug.
It's great to be here.
I want to thank you, Doug, for coming out, and of course, thanks to Intel for sponsoring this event. We really appreciate it. It means a lot to us. Yeah. And since Doug has a whole bunch of exciting stuff to say, I'm going to give the stage to Doug. Goodbye.
Hey, good morning, everyone. I am very excited to be here. And I'm very excited to talk to the PC gaming community about all the announcements we made this morning from Intel. I'm a software guy, you're the gamers. All these announcements are very relevant to everything we do. You know, 2016 was an amazing year by all measures in gaming. Look at the number of live streams in Twitch, over 2 million new live streams, over 300 million esports enthusiasts, and look at the growth in VR. 2017 is going to be even more amazing. And why? Because of you. It's because of you in this room, the PC gamers. It's because of you on the broadcast. You are the ones that bring the innovation that we create. You drive us to innovate. You are on the edge of technology all the time with you. You have that instinct on what the new capabilities are that we need to deliver. And then you have this amazing, inclusive, and social environment. Young, old, male, female, tech, non-tech, millions of people getting together, inspiring each other to immerse themselves in this environment. Now, it starts at Intel with amazing hardware technology. We've talked about the launch we had 2 weeks ago of our X series platforms. Now, you gaming enthusiasts will love the Core i7X overclocking capability. It's an amazing system. And you megatasters who want to game, create, stream will love the beast of them all, the Core i9 Extreme Edition, an amazing system for this environment. Now, as a software person, I love this environment. I love this hardware. Because why? It gives software people less time waiting, more time creating that amazing content. I work with over 1 million gaming developers to ensure they take full advantage of all that innovation we put on our platforms. Whether it's working on the caching algorithms or the high-density graphics or multi-core, it doesn't matter, all the different areas, the best-known methods. We ensure these millions of developers are making the most out of that platform, delivering the best content. Then we work to market that so that all the gamers out here, the billions of gamers, know the new compelling content that's available. And this is just an example of some of the titles we work with. I'm sure you recognize a lot of these titles. These are just a few examples, whether it's Halo Wars 2 or Overwatch, or in the VR space, where it's Arizona Sunshine or The Unspoken. We're working with all these content providers to ensure they take full advantage of all those new capabilities. How many people have heard of Destiny? Yeah. I couldn't be more excited to tell you that we work with Bungie and Activision to bring Destiny 2 to the PC. Yes, we're bringing it to the PC. Yes, bring it up. That experience is absolutely amazing. And I can't think of a better person to talk about how amazing that experience is than the full-time live Twitch streamer and YouTube broadcaster. Welcome on stage, Tefty Teft. Hey, Tefty.
Hey, Doug. How you doing?
Good. Great to see you.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
So you really do live, eat, breathe, sleep, dream Destiny.
I do. I play a lot of Destiny. I've got thousands of hours, hundreds of raids completions. I've built my community around Destiny on Twitch, and I'm a co-host for one of the founding co-hosts of Destiny Community Podcast, one of the biggest podcasts specifically for Destiny. So I know a lot about Destiny, and I play a lot of it. That's great. And so when you play it, have you experienced it on the PC yet? I have, yeah. I got to play it at the event. I got to say, the PC experience is amazing. As somebody who's played a lot of hours in Destiny, everybody knows how is it going to transfer, how's the experience going to go from console to PC, are they going to actually be able to deliver? And I can say 100% sure that the PC experience is incredible. When I got to play it, I was blown away. I popped Dawnblade, using mouse and keyboard, and rain and fire from above. It was amazing. You guys, if you're a fan of Destiny, you're going to love Destiny 2. That's awesome. Yeah. So, is anybody out here going to be able to participate and play with this? Oh yeah, absolutely. It's going to be on the show floor. The other thing too is they've got tons of PC support as well that's being added to it. So 4K is going to be beautiful looking. It's got 21:9 ratio, uncapped frame rates. I mean, for me personally, I'm going to be looking at pushing 144 or higher for FPS because, it's going to be so nice. And yes, absolutely. On top of that, Bungie has told me something specific that is exciting for the high CPU core count chips. They are optimizing the engine so it will take advantage of all the cores in your CPU. So if you do have an i9 Extreme, which, hey, you know, maybe hook me up. All right. If you have an i9 Extreme, it will be able to take advantage of all those cores. That's great. As an enthusiast, PC enthusiast myself, I'm very excited about that potential for Destiny 2. I can't wait to run it out maxed with as many frames as possible. Well, fantastic. You guys all have a chance to take a look at it. Maybe you and I can play later today. That'd be great. All right. It's going to be on the E3 show floor. So fantastic. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it, Doug. Big hand. I love that. That experience. Nothing says it like that, right? All right. So it's not just about the top 8 list titles, but also it's about the broad set of developers we participate with. The independent developers.
you can see examples of properties that they've developed. We want to make sure everybody's developing and creating content on the PC to create more and more opportunity to participate in that. We're inspiring these developers through a contest called Level Up. Take a look at the sponsors between Intel, you got Green Man Gaming, Epic, and Razer sponsoring this event. We have real luminaries judging, like Tim Schafer. Yes, Tim Schafer is going to be judging this contest. The winner will be announced at PAX West in Seattle in September. I encourage you to participate. It's a great event. It's a great opportunity for independent developers to get involved and participate. And why do we care? As a software guy, why do we care? Because we want more and more content out there, more opportunities for games for others to participate. We want to discover the next big thing on the PC. We don't know where it's going to come from. So we want lots of people participating on our platform so that the next big thing is built on top of the PC. And you, everybody here, all you gamers, you can participate as well. I'm certain as you're participating in a game, you've thought of something new, unique that you'd like to bring to reality. This is your opportunity to be one of those developers as well, or at least influence one of those developers and create that amazing immersive experience, whether you're a gamer, content creator, or even esports. Now, speaking of esports, we had two exciting announcements today in the esports arena, pun intended, with ESL. The first being, we have a landmark deal with ESL. Intel is now the global technology provider for esports for ESL. That's great news for everybody in the gaming community because the latest technology will be used for the events, for the studios, the back-end operations, and the streaming capabilities during the event. You'll have the latest technology at those events. Now, the thing I love about sports, and I'm a traditional sports admirer as well, is they have this tradition around these things called a Grand Slam, whether it's tennis, golf, rugby. They have a Grand Slam. And there's no reason we can't have that in esports. And that's why we're excited with Oculus, ESL, and Intel are sponsoring the Grand Slam event, Intel Grand Slam. And all these leagues getting together, and the first team to win 4 of the 10 events will be the Grand Slam winner. They'll collect their traditional prize, but in addition, they'll get another $1 million bonus for being the Grand Slam winner. $1 million. All right. I was so excited about the announcement today around Echo Arena. They've taken this property and now are making it VR multiplayer. Do you guys see that announcement today? It's so great. They're creating the multiplayer VR experience and bringing it to life in this platform. We're so excited about it at Intel, and we want so many people to start participating with it. We are sponsoring a deal in conjunction with Oculus to make this available with Oculus free of charge for limited time at launch. So all of you can play with this game free of charge starting July 20th. And you now can participate, learn, and become an expert in VR gaming. Now, I know when you become an expert, what do you want to do? You want to showcase those skills. Wouldn't it be awesome if you had an opportunity to showcase those skills? That's why we're super excited to work together to create the VR Challenge. With Intel, Oculus, and ESL, we're creating the VR Challenge. It's a virtual challenge in the VR arena.